I think it's working.
It's working.
Yay! I think we're live. Welcome everyone to the Renegade Society Radio Show. We are here to talk about lots of fun games tonight with Scott Gata, president of Renegade Games, and
Hello.
Danny Lowe, associate marketing manager, all things fun and exciting, and the one who talks to you the most on the internet. And I am Sarah Erickson, director of sales and marketing. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Nice.
It's been a long day. I feel like that it's 5 o'clock and it should be 5 o'clock tomorrow.
You want it to be Thursday?
No, not saying I want it to be. Just we accomplished a lot today. We got a lot done.
That's true. It's true. We've been working on getting ready for a whole bunch of upcoming shows. We did a whole bunch of product planning for next year, which is super fun, looking into the future a little bit. And we're actually here in the office, which is kind of unusual for a lot of us. We travel so much. So we're kind of just getting a chance to take care of a lot of things that we don't normally get to do. So that's been pretty exciting. So Danny, what have you been up to?
I've been playing all the shows for next year. So I spent basically all of today working on Essen, which is the biggest board game convention in the world, based in Essen, Germany. So I finalized the booth design. I finalized our schedules for our demo crew. Yeah, it takes a lot of work, but it's good.
And we have 2 booths in Essen.
Yeah, we have 2 booths, which is crazy. So I have to do everything I normally do times 2, but it's going to be super awesome. I ordered a bunch of IKEA furniture, including adorable children's tables for our second booth.
Yeah, that's
So what are we doing at our second booth?
It's our family-friendly booth in the main hall of Essen. So all of our kid/family-focused games are going to be played on tables low to the ground, on tiny stools, and it's going to be so cute.
Adorable.
Do we have demo people for that booth?
We do have demo people, yeah.
No, are they small?
Oh, they're gonna make it work.
Nice.
It's
exciting. Yeah, so if you're going to be in Germany, in Essen, at the end of October, you should come and join us. What games do you think we'll have there?
At Essen?
Mm-hmm.
In the main booth, we're going to have our new releases. So Reicholt, Architects of the West Kingdom, Passing Through Petra, Gunky Mono, Spell Smashers, Arboretum, and then games that released in the US earlier this year, but maybe haven't been demoed in the EU yet, like Junk Orbit, the new Clank expansions, and Spy Club.
nice.
Yeah.
That's super exciting. Yeah, I can't wait. Spell Smashers is so much fun. I'm terrible with word games. Like, I can't spell to save my life, but that game has a lot of catch-up mechanics for people like me. So I'm excited.
You use all the potions to change your words.
Well, you don't even have to spell long words. You can spell a whole bunch of short words and it's still fine.
It's true. Pronouns are your friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually my favorite, when someone else spells a really long word and they're super proud of themselves and they take all the coins, but then you swoop in with the or at and you kill the monster and get the trophy.
That's the best feeling. Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
That's cool. So we have Essen. But we have more shows before Essen.
Yes, we do. Scott and I actually leave on Tuesday to go to New York City for New York Comic Con, which is exciting. We're going to have Power Rangers, Scott Pilgrim, T-Dragon Society, and the upcoming Ghostbusters, which no one's played yet. So that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. Also, what's fun is we'll be in New York City, where they have lots of good restaurants. And Sarah, the enemy of good food, won't be with us. So we can actually go and eat good food in New York and not have Sarah going, why can't we just get a hot dog and be done with it?
I got a brand new refrigerator today because my old one broke, and I was so excited to put all my TV dinners in the bottom freezer part. They're so organized now. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to Montana and make you more cauliflower.
That sounds good. Yeah, you guys are gonna have fun in New York. It's a very exciting place.
Yeah.
I know that we have some Power Rangers fans coming to New York. We've seen a few people who said that they're going to come and try out the new game. Is there anything different from what we showed at Power Morphicon?
Yeah, there's a ton different. The Ranger powers have been tweaked. We talked about this a couple weeks ago on the last episode, but the Rangers, the putties, I think have different attacks or they're balanced differently. But most noticeably are the location boards. Instead of being rectangular, they're now circular and span out from the command center, which is cool.
Yeah, like a hub, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's going to look better on the table.
I don't know. Will we have that version in New York? I don't know if we will.
I'm going to try to make them.
Really?
Oh, okay. Good luck.
That's nice. We'll see.
I'll bring the miniatures, and you can take care of the hard part.
They sound very challenging to me, but hopefully you can make that work. I am really excited to play with those new boards because I think it'll make the table a lot more efficient. Like when we were playing at Power Morphicon, one thing we noticed was that it's kind of hard to tell when you're putting out the deployment cards for the different bad guys where they were fighting. And so having the circular board, I think, will make it much more clear where those deployment cards should go so that when you're playing, you don't get mixed up with stuff. So I'm excited to see how that works. It's always fun.
Yeah, no, it should be good. Somebody asked in chat if it'll be recorded. No, we won't be doing any like formal recording at New York Comic Con, though we might do some live stuff, like some little stuff in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group for Power Rangers, go join the Facebook group for Power Rangers. Because if we do it, we put it in there.
Yeah, I'll link it in chat so you guys have an easy way to join.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're expecting full playthroughs like what we had at Power Morphicon with the Hyperforce crew, that's not happening in New York.
Right. Yeah, if you have trouble finding us, so our booth there isn't huge, and we won't have an overhead banner hanging because our booth isn't big enough to qualify for their rules. Look for the Oni Press booth. So the guys that make Scott Pilgrim, we're right across the aisle from Oni Press. So you can find us there. And we'll be partnering with those guys because we produce T-Dragon Society with them. So that's how you can find us. Yeah. New York Comic Con is massive, so it's hard to find things.
You'll also have the convention exclusive cover of T-Dragon Society there. So if anybody's excited about that game, it's hard to get that special cover, and that's what we'll be showing off at the show.
That's true. So then we go to New York, right? We fly to New York on Tuesday. We're there. We work at New York like super hard. Probably not eating like good food. We'll be exhausted.
No Broadway.
No. Well, that could happen.
Ridiculous.
What? We're there. Go see a show. There's a bunch of new ones. And then we fly out on Monday all the way from New York, all the way back to California. And then we have one day to rest. And then we leave for Vancouver for Shucks. And we go to the Shut Up, Sit Down Expo.
Yeah.
Who put this schedule together, Danny Lowe?
I think that was a group effort.
Shucks is going to be fun. It's in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. It's going to be gorgeous up there this time of year.
Yeah, that should be good. And so what are we bringing to Shucks? What's our plan there?
I don't remember off the top of my head. Bell Smashers is one of them. We have an Arboretum tournament. And I'll learn to play for Spell Smashers. Gunky Mono is going to be at our booth.
That's right. Oh, and Mandy Hutchins is joining us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Board game pinup. She's super fun.
Yep. All right. That sounds good. So, yeah, we will be in Vancouver for Shucks. Unfortunately, if you don't already have a ticket for Shucks, that event is sold out, I believe. So it's kind of hard to get in. It's not very big. And they sell out usually in minutes from putting tickets on sale. It's in the same convention center, I think. There's a big comic book convention, right? In the same convention. Fan Expo, Vancouver is there. We don't have space, so if you don't catch us at Shucks, we'll be around.
They are recording a lot of the panels that you're going to be on, though. So some of those will definitely be posted.
That's true. I know I'm part of a panel. I think I'm moderating a panel from what I heard earlier today that has Jonathan Ying on it, our Power Rangers designer, and Tim Fowers and some other indie game designers and stuff. So I'll be doing that. And then speaking of Jonathan Ying, we have another project coming up with Jonathan, don't we?
Yeah, we actually just barely announced that we're doing Bargain Quest with him. So all you Power Rangers fans, Jonathan Ying is the designer of Power Rangers. But prior to doing that with us, he went out on his own and actually self-published and self-kickstarted a game that was just him, and actually his sister did all the artwork, and that was Bargain Quest. It was super awesome. The Shut Up and Sit Down guys actually really liked it. And so after some really good reviews, he decided that he would take that back to Kickstarter again. And he was very successful again. So we agreed to help him get that to an even wider fan group. And we'll be publishing that through friendly local hobby stores. So we're super excited for that one. I love the idea of this game. So you're actually in charge of a store that sells things to adventurers, which is just super adorable. I think that's going to be a fun one for everybody.
It kind of feels like you should play Spell Smashers and Bargain Quest in between. And then
yes, that would be so good.
Right? It's like go into the dungeon, do all your stuff, then play Bargain Quest so all the town merchants can rip you off and take all your stuff from you. So you can have more stuff to go back in and kill more monsters.
Yes, that would be excellent. I may have to do that. That's going to be an epic board game night.
That's right. I think we need some sort of weird campaign mode thing.
Mm-hmm. I'll work on that with Jonathan. I like it.
I'm sure he has plenty of time.
Yeah. Oh dear, poor guy. No, he needs to stay at home and do all of the Power Rangers things.
That's right. Yep. So Power Rangers, what's going on with that? Sarah.
Me. So we opened up our pledge manager, and it looks like people are using that. I am really happy. We've been working with this company called CrowdOx. They help us make this system that's super easy for people to go through and also allows for late pledges. So if you missed out on our Kickstarter, you can still jump in on that and get all the same stuff. And part of the reason we left that open is actually because a lot of our backers maybe had international credit cards that didn't work or issues being able to pledge during our Kickstarter, and we didn't want them to miss out. So we're leaving that late pledge manager open for a little bit longer and giving everybody the opportunity to jump in and get all that fun stuff. So that's open now, and you can go do that if you want to.
Yeah,
but
cool.
It's been fun. We've gotten to talk to a lot of Power Rangers fans as they're going through this stuff and see what they're excited about. And I can tell you statistically that people are super pumped about Megazord.
Yeah, that's true.
Fact.
Yeah, it's kind of hot. Yeah, and then production-wise, I think we just approved the very last sculpt from everything that's... Yeah, Master Vial was done, and everything now is off to the factory. Today we reviewed the last lineup of sizing and everything, and they're done, and now they'll start cutting tools, right? Making those big steel molds and laying those out, and we'll go from there. So on the plastic side, things are really moving. Figures will start to be made before the end of the year.
And that's really something that I've seen from backing other Kickstarter projects that can really hold up a project. So I'm really happy to see how far along we are there, because if you don't get those plastics going, they just take so much time. And approvals for that, making the molds, the process that they go through to make molds is fascinating. It takes a lot of really intense craftsmanship to create those. And we're really far along on that. So that's a really good sign. Like, we're actually a little bit ahead of schedule. I hate to put that out there just a little tiny bit. Exactly. Like, we left time in there in case other things happen down the line, but we're definitely not late.
Nope.
Yay.
Nope. Yeah, it should be good. All right, so that's awesome. Power Rangers moving full steam ahead. Mm-hmm. Today we had a something new released, right?
You're wearing it.
Yeah.
Mr. Overlight.
That's right. So Overlight, our first original original IP role-playing game written by Paul and George and illustrated by Quan Chai. Released in stores today. So backers have been getting it the last few weeks and everything, and the retail stores that backed it through the Kickstarter got it early and all that. And now it's out in wide release as of today. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's been a really long-term project that is really exciting to see in people's hands. I really can't wait to hear about people's adventures and their characters. And we also have a Facebook group just for Overlight. So if you're not in there yet, please go in there and tell us about your stuff, because I can't wait to hear about all the Benyari.
That's right. So the next book is already in the works, which we've already spoiled the title of that. So it's Feather and Leaf. That's the next source book that'll come out next year. But in the meantime, Danny, you have a plan, right? We're going to start some new Overlight content.
Yeah, so hopefully next week or early October, we're going to start a bi-monthly, as in twice a month, stream of content for free for anyone who's subscribed to our Overlight newsletter and part of the Overlight group. So I linked the group in chat so you can join, but it'll be stuff like new adventures designed by Paul and George, or background info on monsters or any of the Skyborn. So just easy ways to expand the world and continue your adventures. So
cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Oh, and then so I see Game Trade Media is in chat, and Rick says Paul and George are going to be in their studio on the 12th of October for Building Character. So Building Character is a series that they do on Game Trade Media's channel, where they get a bunch of people together and they take you through the character creation process for an RPG. So if you're interested in checking out Overlight, tune into Game Trade Media on October 12th, and you can watch how you build a character in Overlight. So there you go, with Paul and George, the authors of the game.
Man, they've really been busy. They were actually down in Texas this last weekend doing a release party tour. So they went to several different stores in the Dragon's Lair franchise and did signings, which was super cool.
Yep. Yeah, that was like a whole book signing thing. That was really cool.
Yeah, it's neat to see authors that are so involved in the community. I know Paul and George are always in the Facebook group posting and answering questions, and they're just amazing. Those guys are so good. So it's fun to be able to support them through this game.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun seeing everyone's pictures online on Twitter. So many smiling faces and rainbows.
So many rainbows. I love it.
Yep. That was good. Yes, that was awesome. So I'm really excited that Overlight came out today. And then Kids on Bikes just came out last week, right? Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So the accessories for both of those are coming out later, but both Kids on Bikes and Overlight are out now for people who play. And Kids on Bikes, we have more stuff coming down the pipeline for that we can't talk about, but that's just been super fun to see what people are doing with it.
Yep. Yeah, I spent almost an entire day in Indiana a few weeks ago with John Gilmore and his crew playing a new Kids on Bikes thing.
What's that?
It's gonna be really, really awesome. And then the other thing is and then future books and stuff too. We worked on that. So Team at Hunters is hard at work, like busy little elves, working on all sorts of Kids on Bikes supplements and things like that. So there's a lot to come for Kids on Bikes.
Yeah, we're really close to the announcement for the next thing, actually. I can't wait to put that out.
Yeah, for the next thing, but not the other thing.
No, one of the things, not the other thing.
Right, just the first thing, not the fourth thing.
Right.
Okay, just want to make sure all our things are in order.
There's so much. I think it's really great for that, though, because really Kids on Bikes is a world building system. And so once you've created this amazing world, you can just go play in it, and there's lots of stuff to do. So I love how open it is. It's really also pretty good for beginners because it leaves so much that if you are really imaginative and creative, then you can just go wild with it with really simple rules. Anybody can jump into this system. It's great that way.
Yep. No, that's really awesome. So yeah, Kids on Bikes. I saw somebody over here is going, asking, did we hit the goal for me to regrow my beard? What were the conditions of that goal?
I think that chat's going to have to tell us because
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was.
I mean, I didn't shave today, so I mean,
I don't think that counts as a beard either, though.
give me a couple days.
Oh,
So,
dear.
all right. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. It's getting to be winter. We're going to New York. I'm gonna have to grow a beard. It's gonna be freezing.
In New York next week?
I don't know.
75.
What?
I checked.
75.
But Essen's gonna be cold for us.
Really? Not like it used to be in years past. We'd get like freezing rain and snow, and it was just miserable. It was perfect board game weather.
Oh my goodness. It froze here this morning. My poor chickens. I had to break the ice off their water.
Oh boy.
So
yesterday it was so cold. I had to put on a scarf and wool socks and a jacket. And then I checked the weather app on my phone and it was 75 degrees.
Oh dear. You are gonna freeze in Germany.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, it's gonna be funny. You're walking around Germany in your open-toed.
I was thinking about that. I have to get new shoes.
Yep. Actually, even if it's 75 degrees in New York, I don't know if you want to be walking around New York City in those shoes. That's true. You'll get New York all over your feet. So.
Yikes.
All right, what else do we have going on?
Oh, I think Chad is figuring out your beard goal.
Oh, what's that? Oh, hitting whatever the highest stretch goal was.
I can definitely look that up.
70,000 stretch goal.
Okay. I see somebody says that my beard is on Colbert's face. That's really funny. So if you haven't watched Colbert recently, he grew a beard.
Nice.
I don't know what's going on with that. All right. I guess I'll consider the beard thing. It'll probably just happen.
If I have to dance, you have to grow a beard.
Have you danced yet?
No.
Nope.
I mean, is now these things are related?
Yeah, stretch goals.
Oh.
The things we do for our fans.
Oh, how close are we to hitting your dance?
Still like 150.
Oh, we can save that.
If you haven't liked the Danny dance post on the Power Rangers Facebook group yet, you need to go do this because if we hit 500 likes, then Danny has to dance like the Power Ranger in the video. So I'm excited about seeing this happen. If you haven't liked it yet, you need to go do this.
Can you boost somebody else's post?
I don't think no.
I don't think you can, but I'm going to contact Facebook and see if they can make an exception.
Oh, yeah. I can help you with that later, Scott.
Sure.
We'll make it work.
All right. Well, it's inevitable that I will grow a beard at some point anyway, because especially when I travel, I'm lazy and I don't want to have to shave.
That's fair.
Get Scott a lab coat. I don't want to wear a lab coat.
I loved wearing a lab coat when I worked in the lab. They were so comfy.
I'll look like a Muppet.
That's probably true.
My cousin is in the chat now saying, "Hey, cousin, what about a mustache?" So occasionally when I've had a beard and I shave it all off and leave a mustache and just to show my wife and troll her, and that would not go over well. So let's just say the mustache is not happening.
That's probably for the best.
But so speaking of miserable weather, we have something else going on in Essen, Sarah, that involves hobby retailers.
Oh, yeah, this is exciting. So we had another meeting about this today, too. So every year in March, all the retailers for hobby stores in the U.S. get together in Reno, Nevada, and have this big event called Gamma. But
but that's okay. Oh, no.
Yeah. But for Europe, we don't have anything like that. And so retailers there don't have a great way to connect with each other. They don't have a great way to learn from each other or find out about what publishers are doing. So we are hosting, along with a few other publisher friends, an event during Essen for European retailers. And of course, US retailers are welcome to attend as well, but it's called Essential Retailer Summit in 2018. And we are just about to announce that and post it and tell everyone all the details. But we did that last year and it was a great kickoff for it. And we're excited to do that again. So it should be fun. We'll tell everybody there about all of our upcoming releases, all about any promotional programs we have. We're also putting together a lot of really great kits for next year. So fans, definitely go to your friendly local retail stores and find out. Like right now we have Clank kits. So if you're looking for Clank promos, that's a good place to go and find those. But next year we have all sorts of other fun programs planned.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. And did you tell them what the name of it is?
Yeah.
It's very clever.
Essential Retailer Summit in Essen.
Yeah.
I know, it's so fancy.
Who came up with that?
I don't know. Probably Justin Zirin from WizKids. I blame him at least.
I think it was Justin. We'll blame it on him.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Oh, man. So that's a lot going on. So I think Danny and I are home for like a total of 7 days in October. And then we travel again. Then we have a few more trips in November. We'll go to Ranger Stop.
Yeah. Tell us about Ranger Stop.
Yeah. Tell us about Ranger Stop, Danny.
Ranger Stop is in Orlando, Florida. It's a Power Rangers convention, and we will have 4 tables of Heroes of the Grid going on with the new rules and new powers and everything. Same minis, but they're awesome, so that's okay. Yeah, it's November 4th through 7th. No, that's New York Comic Con. It's November.
It's the first weekend of November.
It's the second weekend. It's the it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? It's the 8th through the 10th.
Yeah, 9th through 11th.
Right, and then we go directly from Orlando to BGG Con.
Yeah, in Dallas.
Yeah, and Sarah's meeting us there for that, or no?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm abandoning you.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right.
BGG Con's fun. That's like a little party almost at the end of the year. It's exciting. All the super fans from all over the world go to one hotel in the middle of the Dallas airport and just play board games. And there's pretty much nothing else that happens there, which is neat. Like, it's fun because everyone there really cares about the same thing you care about. It's kind of the same thing as Power Morphicon was, where everyone there loved Power Rangers. BGG, everyone there loves board games. So it's just nice to be around fellow happy people.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun. I plan on just goofing off and playing games a lot.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Danny, you have to do everything. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's right. All right.
And then PAX Unplugged.
Yeah.
Last show.
Wow.
2 weeks of home time or holiday time traveling wherever, and then PAX Unplugged, which I'm looking forward to.
We get 2 weeks in between BGG Con and PAX Unplugged? Yeah.
Almost.
Almost 2 weeks. Yeah. Great. But one of those weeks is Thanksgiving. That doesn't count. I feel like, we would have gotten that anyway. So.
I know. Holidays are rough because I like my job too much and I want to keep working. So
we'll be on Slack while we're eating turkey.
Our little Renegade family.
That's true. So wait, somebody says a Van Dyke. What is a Van Dyke?
Dick Van Dyke?
No, I know who Dick Van Dyke is.
But what does his facial hair look like?
Well, I mean, I hate to feed the trolls here, but Rick again says, mustache you a question, but I will say it later.
Oh, hilarious.
And for some reason, my cousin decided to tune in and she's going to troll us too. So here's the deal, Rick from Game Trade Media. Stay away from Danielle, my cousin. I don't need the two of you colluding and causing trouble against me. She's a troublemaker and you're a troublemaker. And if the two of you get together, it's going to cause issues.
Oh, no.
So, all right. So I don't know. I'm just going to tune that out. So are there any questions that we didn't answer that we need to get to?
In chat? I don't think so. I think we've addressed everything important. Most of all.
most of all your dancing, which is gonna happen. Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
So I think we had one more thing. You wanted to talk about the art that we spoiled the other day?
Sorry, there is a plane.
Oh, that's right. You live near
the
the video. you're in the flight path.
Flight path. Yeah.
Do you wanted to talk about the art from Proving Grounds?
Yes. Ooh, what's Proving Grounds?
Ooh.
Anyone knows?
Nobody knows.
Can you link them to the image?
Did in chat.
Oh, you did. Okay, cool. So this was a piece of art that we spoiled the other day. It's a game that we haven't announced yet, so I guess we'll kind of announce it. We'll give you the lowdown on it. So Proving Grounds is a game by Kane Klenko with a story written by Monica Valentinelli. See, I think I got her last name right. If I didn't get it right, Monica, let me know. So Monica wrote the story to kind of set this game in a certain way. So the twist on this game is a solo game. It's for one player only. It cannot be played with multiple players. It's for one player. It comes with a little novella, with a little book that was written by Monica, and it's the story of the heroine in the story and the journey that she goes on through the Proving Grounds to kind of prove herself. I'm not going to spoil the story for you, but it's very much a coming of age story. And so you get to read the story, and then you get to play the game as that character and go through all the trials and tribulations and tests that character has to go through. This is the first in what we plan as a series of solo one-player games. So once this one comes out, and this is the format that we want to go with, is that it's not just a game that you would get down and play. There's actually a story that goes along with it. Because it's a solo experience, it's not like we'd all have to read the same book to understand the world that we're playing in and immerse ourselves in the world. It's just me. So I can read the story, get into the story, really kind of understand the world that I'm playing around in, and then play through the game. And it's a Kane Klenko game, so real time might be part of it. So there's a lot of replayability. It comes with all these like little different chapters that you can play, so you can kind of play through different challenge levels and different things that you have to overcome. But yeah, it's the first in a new solo line from Renegade. So we hope this one goes over well and is a good experience for solo gamers. Or if you haven't really tried a solo game before, but you're a gamer, there's always that time when, just nobody else is around to play games with. So instead of breaking out your phone, you can actually break this out and play a solo game that's immersive and has a story that goes along with it. So we're excited about it because this is new for us, and it's really new for the market. Like there's been solo games before, or usually it's a game that has a solo mode that, some of them are better than others. But this is just a one-player experience, and it was designed that way right from the beginning. It's not like we took a game that was meant to be a multiplayer game and converted it to a solo game. Kane built this game from the ground up just to be a single-player experience. So we're excited about it.
I love the intensity of this game. Like I've played it several times, and it's so fast because it's a real-time game that you really do get into the story of it, and you get into what you're trying to accomplish, and it makes you feel like you're doing what this character in the story is doing. And I think that it emulates that just really, really well in a very smooth and easy to learn rule set, so that you don't get distracted by that part of it. Like you're just doing this really fun thing. It's like reading a book that has this other element to it. Yeah. It's awesome. I'm super excited for this to come out because it's really different.
Yeah, it'll be cool. So I think this is Q1 next year, right? Something like that.
It's coming. It's getting really close to being done.
Yep. So it's right around the corner, and we'll have more news later. But you guys are the first to know about Proving Grounds.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can we talk a little bit about the art direction? Because that's something that's really impressive that I've enjoyed watching evolve.
Yeah, so so the image that we spoiled that we linked in chat there, that's our main character. And when I originally was kind of talking about the story with Monica, the direction to her was that we wanted a strong female character. We wanted a heroine, but even the way she was writing the character, we wanted to sync up with the way we were going to represent that character in illustration. And the direction in both cases, but especially to the illustrator, was think more Brianna of Tarth, less Red Sonja. So, right, like we didn't want Red Sonja like in the chainmail bikini, just totally unrealistic, right? Like that's, you know, that's kind of old school representation of women in fantasy. That's not what we wanted. We wanted something where it really doesn't matter, even though, you know, I might be a guy playing this game, but I can relate to this character because she's just a strong warrior, you know, up and coming leader type character. It really doesn't matter that it's necessarily a man or a woman, but in her visual representation, we wanted that to be consistent, right? It's just silly when you see women dressed in the chainmail bikini thing. It's like, you know, okay, great, but it's not really realistic. So we wanted a realistic portrayal of what this character would look like under those circumstances. So I think we hit it. So I'm really happy with it. So yeah, that's it.
Nice.
We'll see. Yeah. Hopefully everybody else will like it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what people think about the story, because Monica's a really excellent author, and she's done a lot of other stuff. What else has she been involved in?
I think probably one of her most popular things is she was involved in the Firefly RPG, and wrote a lot of content for the Firefly game. So, but she does a lot of work. So previously I had met her because she was working for John Kovalik of Munchkin fame. Yep, and she was working for John, and she worked at Steve Jackson for a while and everything else. And so she's really awesome. But the story that she did, that she came up with in the world, really gives us a lot of space too to expand. So she created this world, and we have all this backstory and really more content to build on in the future. So if people like this character and like this world, we have plans already in the works where we could expand on that character and kind of take you on a journey throughout that character's life through these solo games. So that's the idea.
Especially if you really enjoyed any of our RPGs, I would highly recommend this, even if you've never played a board game before, because it is sort of like an RPG in a slightly different format.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. It's different. And like I said, I don't think there's much in the industry where it's just truly a solo game with an immersive storybook that goes with it. So you can kind of get the best of both worlds. So yeah, we'll see. I'm excited though. It sounds fun.
Nice. Excellent.
All right. I don't know. Anything else? Any other questions? Or I think we kind of covered our list for today.
Yeah. When are we doing this again? I know you guys are traveling a whole bunch. Do we have a plan for our next time of reveals?
The next Wednesday we'll be in town is October 17th. So I think that's our only chance for over a month.
Okay. October. Yeah, you're right.
Nice. Well, we will get some more fun reveals put together for you guys and make sure that we have some more info. That'll be right before Essence. So I know there's at least a few more things we're going to be talking about between now and then that I'm pretty excited about.
I think we're announcing something fun next week.
Nice.
We are?
Nice.
Oh.
Yes.
What is it?
Roman.
It is Roman. That's true.
I just wanted to see if I could trick you.
Not that easily.
No, it's true. But yes, please join the Power Rangers Facebook group and vote for Danny to dance. That is, if you got anything out of this broadcast, absolutely anything whatsoever, it's that Danny must dance.
I really think you're going to be disappointed because I've seen me dance. It's not good.
I think we need little I voted badges or stickers, except that it's for Danny dancing instead of for something else.
You don't understand, Danny. If your dancing is bad, it's that much better.
No. I'm blushing already.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I think we need to. Oh, somebody already reminded somebody. Let's see. Can we pin this to the top of the page? I'll mess with it later. We'll figure it out.
It'll happen.
Before.
Oh.
Pinned.
Can you pin a pin? I don't know. All right. I think we're good. We covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I think that's it for this time. Back to work.
All right. That's right.
That's right. Too much to do. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining us. We will see you again on October 17th for another exciting Renegade Society Radio show. Have a wonderful month, and we will talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.